Whoa, yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Tune in for the show.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to remember the life and, career of a great woman. She was a socialite. She was, some say she was the daughter of a media mogul. She was just kind of in a lot of different industries. And I think she'll really be remembered for her work with kids. She was really thinking about the youth of tomorrow. And I think that's really important in the times that we live in because of global warming. And I just really want to say, Ghislaine Maxwell, we miss you. We mourn your life. I don't know if you're gonna get choked out by some lesbian in a cell somewhere in New York in the federal penitentiary.
Doesn't know if you're gonna get choked out by a penitentiary fucking rat.
Who might have like a tattoo of like a salmon on her arm or something.
Koi fish, actually.
Koi fish.
She's Japanese.
Right. Yeah. Just a Japanese assassin.
Japan's getting involved.
Fucking, what's her face from fucking Kill Bill? What's her name?
Lucy Liu.
What's her fucking character
they make her eat like a bunch of carbs, just like bulk up a lot.
The Viper or whatever the fuck it was.
And she's just like,
Cottonmouth?
Yeah. But R.I.P. Ghislaine Maxwell, you'll be missed.
Let me know how those Marachans are inside the pin.
Oh, do you think? Yo,
I think they hit different over the stove that you made with some caca.
I wonder like, I mean, because there's like prison currency, obviously. I wonder what like federal penitentiary like.
Hey, let me get that smokes.
Hey.
Yeah, because there's smokes, ramen, and then what else? Cigarettes.
Probably like the little
coffee,
and sausages.
Do you think federal shit is like who's got like pictures of who else's family's driveways? Is that what it is? Like I got. Hey, it's like trading cards. Like, hey yo, I got your family's address. Hey yo, I got my neighbor's fucking family, and they got ties back to the fucking family.
Yeah,
like just because we're locked up.
But it's like high profile like international criminals like fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Abdul has a picture of fucking the Clintons fucking.
He's like, hey yo, I got Paris Hilton's. Who wants Paris Hilton's? Oh man.
I got I want it.
Anyway, guys,
let's raise you my platinum Miley Cyrus.
Yes, this has been. I don't even know what fucking
episode 40.
Episode 40.
In the 40s. 10 away from 50. 10 away from 50.
We're our hairlines are receding,
yeah.
And we're at 40. Can't believe it.
We've moved into, and also it's 2022 now.
Yeah,
the last episode was last year now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's been how long? When was the last time we did an episode?
Almost like a month ago.
Wow.
Actually, probably was a month ago.
A lot has happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A lot has happened.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I mean, okay, I think post year we first day of the new year, I get a text from Gabe. Mazel tov, motherfucker. This isn't very bad.
He's paraphrasing.
We're dramatizing a show like a FX series. Mazel tov, bitch. I got COVID.
Yeah.
So literally the first day of the new year, we got COVID.
This is coming straight off of being negative and negative in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had COVID too, but I just couldn't get tested because everybody lives in Riverside and they're all pieces of shit.
Everybody got that Megatron virus.
Yeah, I got that Megatron virus.
Yeah.
It's the Santa Ana River virus.
Yeah. Santa Ana West Nile.
Yeah, Santa Ana West Nile. And by West Nile, I mean it's just a bunch of. By the way, real quick, sorry to cut you guys off.
Talk about getting stuck. You get stuck by a bug.
Yeah, I get stuck by a bug. By the way, a homeless guy came into where I work today, and he tried to sell me Nike shoes that were size 13. And crazy, I am a size 13.
That's crazy.
And I was fucking with him because I was like, I wasn't going to pay for him, but I was going to be like, he goes like this. He goes, hey, man, I'm trying to get rid of these shoes. And he had a skateboard, too, so like I know he was poor. And he was homeless. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of these shoes, man. And he says the most craziest shit ever. He goes, all I'm asking is like $60. I'm not even going to use the money for drugs or anything. I just like need them.
Why do you gotta say that?
I was like, why do you gotta say that for? Why do you gotta say?
I'm like, dude, first rule of being a businessman, lie.
Yeah. So I told him,
like he already had good marketing enough to know that you were size 13.
Yeah.
He sized you up.
I was like, dude, this is freaking good. And
you got profiled for your feet.
He's like, these are size 13. I was like, damn, I'm size 13. He's like, oh, well, take them off my hands, bro. I'm only asking 60, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, man, you know what? Catch me tomorrow because I get paid tomorrow. Psych.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, yo, also, can I get a water cup?
Yeah. And he did ask for a water cup. He's like, it's fucking hot, man. I'm like lava right now. Anyway, he leaves the building. 2 minutes later, he comes back. He's like, hey, where the fuck's my skateboard, man? And I was like,
God.
what the fuck? You just had your skateboard. He literally went, and I was like, it's outside. Go outside. It's outside. He's like, you're right. It is. I'll be back. And then I never saw him again.
Like, stop getting me. Like, I don't like being involved with anyone's bullshit. Stop involving me in your bullshit too. Like, literally. Yeah.
You were his Gary Vaynerchuk for the day. You were telling him like to get his life together.
Hey,
you know?
honestly, man, gratitude. Gratitude is what I do, man. Here's the thing. You need to be posting content every day. Okay? You ride a skateboard, post it. Okay? You want drugs, post it.
I want to smoke crack on my Santa Cruz board, you know, like
Post it. And you know what?
Post
There's
it.
a niche for everything. Remember, micro speed, macro world.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're Gary Vaynerchuk telling your daughter.
Vaynerchuk, but hey, you know what's going on.
Who cares? Gary Vander steals from the poor. Telling his 16-year-old daughter she can't wear what she's wearing to prom.
Well, look, here's the thing. What you're wearing is 2015. We're not in 2015. We're in 2022. And here's the thing. If you're really serious about going to the prom, you will be grateful. Grateful.
If I put a gun in your mouth, and I would be grateful.
But Dad,
I'd be grateful.
and the 3 other girls that have the same dress.
Well, you're not those girls, okay? Because you are my daughter. You're grateful. You're a Vaynerchuk, okay? Speaking of TikTok, have you posted today? You haven't posted yet? Wow, it's 3 p.m. This is the perfect time to post.
You need to make that an NFT.
Yeah. You need to make it an NFT and then sell it and then wiggle room it and then move in with 17 cats in an 8x8 floor, bedroom floor with only nothing but shit everywhere, and then just grind. Love that grind. Love the litter. That's my saying.
He definitely had COVID.
Yeah, you definitely have COVID. No, you have wet brain.
Yeah. I also have wet forehead because I'm steaming right now. I was getting in there.
Yeah, he was getting in there. He's getting in there for sure.
I just get so excited, you know.
Well, you know,
baseball cards, you know.
You know who else was steaming? Drake's little chicky bird.
That little hot lava plate. Hello.
So for those of you who may or may not follow Instagram news, that's where we get most of our news from. Drake's
Jerry News. Shout out to Jerry News.
Shout out to Jerry News and Foo News. Foo News. And Foo News.
Fool's Gone Wild.
Apparently, Drake's little one-night stand, I guess, tried to inseminate herself with a condom that Drake threw in the trash can. But apparently, he put some hot sauce in it.
So Drake put a fucking condom in a trash can. Where you threw away the condom.
It's it's public domain.
It's public domain at that point. So she has full grabs.
Yeah.
Full grabs.
Yeah.
Full grabs in his house, yeah.
Straight up. So she put the used toilet paper roll away, swashed it away in his pubes, and then got the condom, and then tried to fucking just like.
What I want to know, and what I was talking about with Gabe.
She tried to Velociraptor dig it in there.
How did she get it? Was she like?
Put the legs up.
Was she like this?
One hand on a platinum record, one fucking foot on
one hand on a Grammy, the other one
one
on the billboard
on Millie Bobby Brown's head, and
and the other one on his son while he was helping him up. That's what it was.
MVP Millie Bobby Brown
and on Meek Mill. That's what it was. But yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty.
One hand on myself.
How do we feel about that?
I mean,
she's trying to sue him, right? Is it a fact?
Yeah, she's trying to. Yeah, so she's trying to sue Drake. I don't know if it's for like bodily harm. I don't know. I don't even know legally what the fuck you can sue.
Is it illegal to put hot sauce on a condom? No. Is it dumb for you to put a? Is it wrong for you to put a used condom inside your cooch snatch?
Probably.
But I mean,
who knows?
You know, here's the thing: rib for your pleasure, it takes on a new meaning. You know, because rib is kind of like a food, and so like maybe hot sauce on the rib. He was just mixing it up, making a little marinade. You know what I'm saying? A little bit later.
Good for your flavor.
You didn't want to do that dry. Well, I don't know. I mean, was it powder? Was it hot sauce? Like hot powder, like chili powder? Or was it like actual
That's a good
sauce?
question.
Yeah,
because that might actually.
Was it like a chutney?
Because if she had
chutney?
if her pH was off and she had like a very viscous thing going on down here,
God.
like with the powder, that actually might be a nice curry at the end of the day.
Big fan of curries here.
She was Indian.
She was trying to stir
Indian.
the curry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus. I just want to
Flatten
know.
the curve.
I just want to know real quick if Drake is a master, like he says he is. What he should do is he should take advantage of this moment and come up with his own line of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, straight up.
Yeah.
Call it like Texas heat.
Yeah.
It's gonna kill that thing.
No.
And-
It's got something from Canada. Got to be something from Canada. Like
Toronto's best. Let me see. Toronto maple leaf sour. Or let me see. Let's see. What's another?
Something like
Calgary.
poutine for the thing that you try to put in. You know what I mean? Like
Let me see. What's the capital? of Canada?
Ontario Onslaught.
Ontario Onslaught.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Dude,
some
that
of
would be
Vancouver.
great though. Honestly though, like because we're in such a like meme culture, like if because memes now have currency. Like we know that for a fact of like Dogecoin and shit. If he did that and like put it out as like a marketing thing, like people would fucking buy that. Just for the just for the fact of the joke.
D-coin.
That's
Drake
crazy.
Coin.
It's
Yeah.
male Plan B.
No, straight up.
It is.
You know what's crazy?
I was like, does that work? Hot sauce? A type of hot sauce?
But here's the thing. I
Cholula
want to
for
know
sure.
what type. I want to know what type. Because as soon as we find
That's
out
what
what
I'm saying.
type, that's just gonna sell.
Also, I think it might
I think
be.
I think it was Cholula.
That sounds some fucking Jamaican witchcraft. You know, there's a lot of Jamaicans
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Like he probably, like his buddy was like probably, like, hey bro, like fucking,
Hey, real
hey,
quick.
this should have killed that shit, bro.
Hey, yo, bro, a little red rooster in there.
I put a little.
He's been hanging out with the Island Boys too much.
Put a little jerk chicken seasoning, my boss.
Hey, put a thing inside the
Put the thing inside the thing. Get your finger, put your finger in your mouth, and then stir it with the finger.
Stir it with
the
that thing, with that
stir.
thing.
Hey, in the words of Bob Marley, stir it up. That's right.
Hey, wagwan.
Right. With the fat like born, then why? Get
some
the red
voodoo
stripe
shit, baby.
beer and have some jerk chicken, mate. Oh wait, that was fucking Australian. Okay,
It's okay.
real-
When I do Jamaican, it sounds like Scottish.
yeah, when you
I
do
slip
Jamaican, it
into
just sounds like you have.
When you try to
speech
improvise, you sound like you're autistic. It's okay.
impediment. It's so funny because you actually are autistic. And
Hey,
real quick,
I've been making good eye contact this whole time.
hey, real quick, I gotta ask you a question. Hold on. I gotta ask you a question. Do Jewish people have hot sauce? Do you have anything hot?
Just vinegar, right?
We do. Our hot
Horseradish.
No, literally, I was gonna say is horseradish. It's acidic. It's not even fucking hot.
So
it's like
Drake might have
acidic.
put because his mom's Jewish.
Put some horseradish.
He
in
probably
that
put some
shit.
horseradish.
Hey, he fucking put the horseradish on the gefilte fish, bitch.
Oh no, she had the gefilte fish.
A nice little
That's what I'm
Passover
saying.
Seder.
Though. It's his fish.
It's a
Though.
nice little
That's his
Passover
fish.
Seder. He gave her the matzah.
This woman.
and then
You know what's so funny? You're getting all these terms, and I've never been to a Passover, so it's just like
I
I
know.
have to just agree with you because
It's okay.
you're the Jew, and you then.
Well, you done did it.
I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of Hunters. For those that don't
Is that
know, it's
good?
on Amazon. It has Al Pacino, who's playing
Yeah.
a Jew.
Doesn't mean it's good. Is it
Fantastic.
good?
He's fantastic as a Jew. Very fantastic. He talks like he's been there from the war, and Serpico and Godfather, my favorite movies. And,
they try and put Italians literally everywhere. It's like
Yeah,
it's
they
like
really
it's like
do.
it's like Subway. They try and have the Italian sub. It doesn't. It's not fucking Italian.
Honestly, Italian
know?
sub's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. That's my favorite sub. If we're being honest.
From everywhere
Italian,
other than
spicy
Subway.
Italian.
Spicy. Oh,
Spi-
spicy Italian
my brother.
with pepper jack
My
cheese.
brother.
My brother, yeah, my
But
young,
pepper jack,
my,
goddamn.
my young
I'll kiss you on the
educated
back.
brother.
My young educated
I get
brother.
lettuce, I get tomato, I get cucumber, and I get some green peppers because I like that crunch.
And you know when the person working, if they have like a nice, sweet, adorable little hole in the tooth, they're gonna make it good. You know what I'm talking about? You ever see a person with a hole in the tooth? They're gonna make a sandwich.
yeah, and
real
fucking
good.
Looney Tunes, you fuck. When's the last time you saw that?
Encourage the county dog. you never see that? And someone like they smile, you're like.
I've just seen like a
it's good.
silver tooth or like a
It's
gold
I've seen a
tooth.
silver tooth, and I've seen
Silver tooth is good.
I've seen plenty. I've seen 3 ladies, like Mexican ladies, and they all have silver tooth, and I was like,
I don't like them because you know
Maria.
are they gonna radiate my meat? You know what I mean? That silver fucking conductive. You know.
hold on, it'll be ready.
You gotta make them stand like 20 feet away in a thunderstorm. You know.
20 feet, stand back.
20 feet.
You know what's funny? I've seen a lot more people with just missing teeth lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like
Really?
oh yeah,
Just
yeah,
lately?
yeah, just lately. I
They're
don't know.
coming out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. People just like don't
From
have
all the
health
rocks.
insurance or something. I don't know if that's part of it, or like I've seen a lot. I was telling Frank, I've seen a lot of people like dumpster diving lately that don't look homeless.
Yeah.
and I saw a lot of people with missing teeth.
Okay, dumpsters.
Honestly,
TikToks.
I was just about to say that. I was like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
TikTok people that are trying to go viral. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like,
Yeah.
your trash is my treasure.
So I
Let's-
found
or
this
it's-
little thing.
or
I found this
hashtag.
dead cat, and I repurposed the dead cat into a nice little coffee holder. But the thing is that it ran off at night, so it's like,
Can you imagine if
the cat's still alive, actually.
Can you imagine if Drake, this chick that's trying to sue Drake, like imagine like this lawsuit gets thrown out, shows like they catch her like outside Drake's apartment or something in the dumpster, like she's dumpster diving for his condoms, like in the future,
she's
like a real
comfortable.
cat.
dumpster diving. She's a fucking raptor. She's a Toronto Raptor, baby.
Wait. Was it in Toronto?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He's based
Hey,
out
she
of LA.
was really looking for that poutine.
Yeah.
Real quick. Okay, do you think that he had the hot sauce in the bathroom or he has it next to his bedside? What do we do? What do we think?
Ooh,
Probably in the
that's a good
bathroom.
question.
Probably in the bathroom.
Or do you think do we think it's a big bottle, small bottle?
You know, it's probably funny. He probably has it like literally in like a little syringe, just easy to go because it's happened so many times. Like he's probably done this so many times.
That's true. Homeboy's got it. He
So,
probably
because if you have a lady over and they find that, they're like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's hot sauce because I thought you were gonna fucking steal my fortune from me." You know,
The
she's like,
lengths.
"You met me at a fucking
you're,
saddle ranch."
you're trying to read the little fortune out of the fortune cookie.
What I want to know
you
is
do that.
real quick. Let me just say this real quick. Did you think he got this advice from like another rapper, or do you think he just decided to like do it himself?
It sounds more like a roadie thing, like a guy
Yeah.
that works on set that fucking does lights and fucks all
That
of
guy
Drake's
for
fans.
sure has like a hole in his tooth. He's like, hey, here's the thing.
Hey man, back when I used to do the little Uzi Vert, man,
Here's
he
the
did
thing,
crazy
man.
shit.
What you do after you fuck a girl? Okay, you get that hot sauce that you got from that hot Baba's chicken, that hot Nashville chicken. You pour a little bit in there, mix it up.
That's a fun dude. Like
I'm telling you, get that sweet sriracha sauce from Chick-fil-A, works just as good.
And then get the Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Get that
It is funny 'cause-
Polynesian, there's a reason why there's knee in it.
because roadies like roadies are one of those jobs where it's like if you get into that industry, you can pretty much stay there as long as you want because it's like a contract kind of job. So you know there's people that have been like literally from like the 80s, like when Prince was fucking touring up until like fucking Little Baby.
See
or,
this?
like,
You see the
And
hammer
people
right
know
here?
them, too. People
Yeah,
know
which
them.
is funny.
Like,
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
this
yeah.
UFO, right? He was in here in '97. He sat right there, 42B. Yeah.
I was there the first time Elton John found the kid, man. I
Yeah.
was there at the start of
He
it.
paid me extra, and I said, "Hey, man, you take a little spin around the UFO. I'll look the other way." All right. I saw a little unidentified object, and I said, "Hello."
I was here when Lars Ulrich dragged his balls all over the fucking coffee table. He has a nice little Danish cock. Nice little Danish cock.
I shot.
Princess Diana was over here in the what's the thing called? It's the little thing that you guys get into where it kind of goes over. It's not that. It's called the hammer or zipper. The zipper. That's my favorite fucking mechanical fucking ride that you just make in a day. But it's the one where you're in the cage.
Like
Zipper.
a super sketchy fair.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, the one that goes in a circle?
Yeah.
Real fast, and you kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a big hamster
cyclone.
wheel.
Cyclone. A cyclone.
I hate those.
So
You
good.
don't get motion sick from that?
No, fuck no. I remember one time, okay, because my girl has fucking, she has a claustrophobia, and she didn't tell me until we were on a ride already.
Mm-hmm.
We were like locked in. I don't have any fucking claustrophobia. You can fucking like right here, whatever.
Because your people used to.
So I can bury you alive
boxed
and
up.
you'd be fine, right?
Yeah. I'd be like-
yeah. That's called inherited trauma from me people getting transported in tight boxes to come here.
Yeah.
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 No,
And
he swam here,
Honestly,
so-
I do like but I do like the Kill Bill thing. Like anytime I get nervous, I just go like, and I start bleeding, and I'm like, oh, it's fine. This is fine. This is totally fine.
It's
And
fine. It's not
then,
a
and then I
movie.
work my way like. Ugh. Anyway, they close the door on us, and it's like right here, and she's like, I can't do this. I was like, what are you talking about? He's about to go right now. I can't do this, and she starts like, Frank, I can't do this, and I'm like, shit,
Dude, that's the
stop
worst.
the ride, and the guy's like, ¿Qué? What? ¿Qué pasó? What?
No problem.
What? She needs to get off. Oh. And then he goes like this. He goes, somebody need to get off.
It's always it's always the nice middle-aged confused Mexican man that's just trying to help, but he genuinely doesn't know what's going. What is all these white people? What?
And he's like bow-legged too. So he's like,
Just a nice guy. He's just trying to work. He's just trying to
with
get
a
by.
mean brown belt too.
Walking like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's got Charlie. You got Chaplin.
Same mustache too. Just like, oh, it's nice, huh?
Walking like Charlie after a nice little child encounter.
Hitler who? Yeah.
Hello ho. What was another thing you're gonna bust out that thing?
Bust
chicken
out that
wing?
thing, chicken wing. I will say, like, being with someone that like gets incredibly claustrophobic is probably like one of the worst experiences you could probably have. Like someone freaking out, like genuinely, like you don't know how to like
Help.
calm them down or
Yeah.
help if
Yeah.
you're like in like a situation. Like I remember when we went to that Halloween maze. Like what was it called, like 17th door or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
And we had to like crawl through like this
Oh,
tunnel to
dude,
get out, and it's like
fuck.
shock. The floor was like shocking you.
Yeah, and and you're like going through like a tight little like rubber space.
It's,
You have to
it's,
crawl
it's probably
through.
like this high and that wide, and you're like crawling.
I
shocking
did
you.
one like a long time ago, and they had put me into a fucking locker where I was like this, and I was like, damn, good thing I'm not claustrophobic, because this would have been like, holy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was literally like this, like, okay, and I was like, okay, just all right, only a matter of time until I'm out of here or whatever. And I remember being in a fucking, it was what was your guys' theme for the 17th door? Was there a
fucked
theme?
up. It was like
Like
a
a school
psych
shooter.
ward.
Yeah, psych ward / school shooter.
mine-
They did like an abortion or like a miscarriage section.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like,
Honestly,
it was
I
tasteless.
think it's probably the same
It
thing.
was
But
so tasteless.
I was in like an abortion thing, like theme ones,
yeah.
and dude, my sister's boyfriend at the time, he like reached into like the fucking, I guess, like giving the lady getting birth, and he pulls out like a fucking dead pig,
Oh my god.
and it looked fucking real.
That-
That
I
happened.
think
I think it did
I don't know if
happen.
it's real
Yeah.
or not, but like it looked real. And I was like,
But they got one leg just fucking like
Yeah,
little
yeah.
gelatin.
Yeah. He's wearing like a Planned Parenthood shirt or something.
yeah,
Something like that.
Plan B, baby.
Plan B.
Drake sauce.
Drake.
Put that
baby,
shit on
Drake
everything,
sauce.
baby.
So the Olympics are coming up, which should be
Ooh.
interesting. They're in Beijing.
Hey.
Beijing.
Got that sweet and sour sauce.
that stir fry, baby, gonna be
nice.
good.
I feel like Beijing's been hosting it for a couple of years now. And
Yeah,
it's
they
called
really-
and it's called the Mental Olympics. And it's an international game.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And they're playing it with everybody.
They're playing it with the housing market, with the medical field.
Playing it with people's fucking
With the military.
well-being. Yep.
It's so funny because all these fucking woke channels are trying to go like, oh, like Americans are not embracing the fact that like China's actually helping their population, but they're totally neglecting the fact that they murdered a bunch of Muslim people.
Yeah.
It's just like,
dude.
okay,
Yeah,
all right, I guess we'll
yeah,
just like
yeah.
skip over that
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Thanks fucking Now This or whatever the fuck publication. Like, God, I swear to God, there was just like
Okay.
our like millennials. I swear to God, like we are gonna be boomers. Like the trajectory that a lot of millennials are on are just like fucking as dumb as like the boomers. They thought they're gonna make and change the world, but all they're doing is being stupid and probably gonna end up making it worse.
I was gonna say it's because we as a generation have to be more emotionally intelligent than the generation before us. Like there's so
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have all had moments where like people that are like twice your age do something and you're like, bro, what the? You didn't think to. What the fuck? Like they just don't account for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy.
I just want to know, that you guys have been hearing that saying where it's like, I'm probably gonna fuck this up, but it's like, strong. What is it? Strong men make strong times.
Or strong men make good times make bad leaders make hard times.
So
Or
it's
something to that effect.
and then like bad times make
Strong men or
strong
strong,
men.
or
But
strong
it's like
people. Yeah.
people keep saying we're on the weak men or the weak leaders or something right now, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck does that mean? Is that like
Weak leaders make bad times, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Which is happening. We have weak leaders.
Yeah.
Okay,
What was it? I think Tim Dillon was saying in his podcast, his Patreon or whatever recently. He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, like we're reaching like a stage where like everybody realizes all the politicians, they're all just actors. They're all just
Yeah.
filling a role.
Yeah.
you know. They only do
And
the
honestly,
bare
you got to
minimum.
think. Unfortunately, you got to thank Trump for that, man. Because then people started caring about politics.
Oh,
after
dude,
that.
no,
It's just
absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah. But it's been happening for a long. It's been happening since like what's happening right now. In my personal opinion, is the remnants of the Cold War and the remnants of a lot of stuff that did not get resolved after World War II. And it was just kind of like we reached this pinnacle.
Real quick, could you give an example of what something would be that isn't resolved from the Cold War?
History major talking, by the
So-
way. So
Yeah,
have some
yeah,
respect.
yeah,
So basically, like
Have some
okay,
respect for my
so,
brother.
Okay, so with World War One, it was just basically like all these European leaders were like wanted to show how big their cocks were, but then they all had like colonies basically, and then when World War One
And
happened,
Winston Churchill was the got the throbbiest cock.
he had the
He got that church.
yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't like in power then, but you know, he was around. He was around doing his thing.
Yeah.
And
My
then-
dad gave me advice this morning as to how to smoke a cigar from Winston Churchill. He's like, "Oh, I gotta do healthy because you want to know how I gotta do how Winston Churchill did it." I was like, "How?" He's like, "You just smoke half." I was like, "That doesn't do anything." But keep going.
That's like
And then the
drinking,
other half-
That's
and then the-
that's like drinking Diet Coke and
Yeah.
being on diet.
Yeah.
and then the other half that night.
like I'm vegan all day, and then I eat pork shoulder before bed.
Well, people when people order burgers at my fucking restaurant, they go, "Let me get a fry and a large fry, and then extra beef slash, and then just do a Diet Coke." And I'm like, "What the just get this, just get the
I
Coke."
know.
What were
I
you
know.
gonna say? Sorry, good job.
So so basically all these European powers that had colonies, they sent all these people to war, and then that fucked up a lot of like jurisdictional lines, and like I said, that's why you have like the Balfour Declaration, which ended up creating Israel and kind of fucked Palestine over. It's what divided up the Middle East. You had Lawrence of Arabia. That's how like the whatchamacallit, like the Saudis came to power. They kind
But
of
that affects now in the sense of like that's still going on.
that's still going
Israel's
on, and then basically like what happened after World War II is everybody's having a pissing contest over like nuclear power, like nuclear weapons,
Technology.
and we had an economic and like Cold War with Russia, and then obviously the Russian economy and political system collapsed in the 1991 or whatever when the Berlin Wall fell, and then basically we've been kind of riding this high for a while, thinking that a lot of these covert operations that we did, like in Nicaragua, in Iran, and like the reason why a lot of like groups of people, like minorities, are here, like Vietnamese people, Iranian people, Cambodians, Nicaraguans, El Salvadorians, like a lot of this has to do with covert operations for us to suppress communism that went really, really, really fucking bad, and all these like human rights violations and atrocities. And then now what's happening is like China was just kind of chilling and waiting for like us to kind of fuck up. And then like, I mean, who knows? I mean, this is obviously very conspiratorial, or not necessarily conspiratorial, but like a lot of economists, a lot of people that pay attention to politics and stuff have been saying this for a long time, that like China has been kind of like seeding potentially a lot of like the discontent that we see online and stuff.
Oh,
like a lot
yeah,
of it's like
yeah,
manufactured by either like Chinese like
No,
government trolls and like Russian trolls
bots,
or whatever.
Like people, there's like a lot of bot accounts. There's a lot of
Yeah.
and also I read somewhere too, or heard somewhere that that's something that Russia does too. They'll have people that go in specifically to blow something up, and it's bots, but it's people's job to actually put in information for misinformation.
Yeah. But basically, what China's trying to do now is like not fight a hot war and just let the U.S. kind of implode on itself, because now all this stuff is kind
working.
Which is kind of like it's interesting because like a lot of the stuff that we didn't know that our government was doing, now everybody's kind of becoming aware of it, and even people that were very patriotic are now going like, yeah, I don't want my kid fighting for the military right now. Like I don't want.
And also a lot of people saying I don't want a kid.
Yeah, that's
another
that
thing,
too.
too.
That's another
Because if
big
you think
thing.
about it, I mean, think about the next. Everybody's so everybody has like such an opinion now, but it's like, man, it's like the next 20, 30 years, you're just kind of like, you can kind of see it like how it's just going to be all dismantled, and it's going to be scary because you're like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you know?
here's the thing.
And also a crash is coming.
Yeah.
But,
well, there's
Potentially.
There's okay. So here's the thing. Our economy is becoming more dependent on like a world stage. So if one country falls, we kind of all fall. So it is kind of like in everybody's best interest to keep economies going, because like I said, if the Chinese economy fails, our economy is going to fail, because all of our manufacturing is over there. Whereas like if our economy fails, their economy fails because we're their biggest customer. And they own a lot of land rights here. So it's like this weird, it's this weird kind of like interdependent thing. So like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't think the U.S. is going to have the power and hegemony that we had like over the last century or whatever. But we are moving into a new age of like, basically like our main export is going to be like social media tech, entertainment, and potentially like renewable energy. Like those are like the new and healthcare, like health workers or whatever. Those are like, because my mom was even saying this the other day. Like we were like driving through like Tustin Marketplace or whatever. It's all restaurants. There's hardly any like shops or anything other than like food places, because that's all that's really left in America, like industry wise, is like the food industry.
Yeah. Everything's online now.
Everything's online. I mean, there's like Amazon
remote
stores,
jobs.
like. Yeah.
I mean, even like it's just so weird how in the early 2000s I remember going to like mall. I mean, even some malls are like kind of still popping, but like the mall, like the Orange Mall, that used to be into the early 2000s. That used to be popping, and now it's like why even still be open? You know what I mean?
But it's interesting because it's like not everything that's dying is bad. Like I don't really give a fuck about malls. I don't really care. Like the thing that made America kind of shitty was like this whole kind of like strip mall kind of like economic. Whatever, like there weren't small businesses. Like I do feel like some kind of small businesses are coming back in some ways, and hopefully like that continues and persists. And like I said, a lot of people are just like having small businesses out of their homes and like doing online like commerce, and like that's like the new thing. So I don't know. There's a lot of bad things on the horizon potentially, but there could be a lot of
some things have to die.
Some things do have to die,
which is a morbid way to say like we have to move into a new type of an economy, because
Yeah.
mall life is dead. I mean, if you go any mall that we went to as a kid now is just not what it was.
Yeah.
Also, mom and pop shops are either either just completely wiped out because of COVID, or came about because of COVID and are either struggling or doing really good, and they're either like these underdogs or they're like just have already had like a good foundation. So we're in this kind of weird limbo between like small business to large corporation, but we're gonna be moving away, I think, from most corporations that we've been a part of, as far as like even just like even something as simple as phones. Like, I mean, Apple is the fucking mafia of phones, you know, but like down the line we might have something that comes up, and because I don't know, dude, because anything with lithium ion in it, that I'm starting to realize, I'm like, oh, that's like gonna be the same thing involving what we would say as far as to oil companies. Like what we use lithium ion for is the same thing that we would apply to like fossil fuels, because it's the same shit essentially. So it's,
and then also in the future, like water and like what we were saying like a couple episodes ago about like potentially fighting like proxy wars in Africa over water rights and like land
run
rights.
Out of water, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we already are starting to run out of water.
My dad was saying in HB there's like a big debate about, I think, having to do with something like repurposing salt water in a way, but you have to do it right, and there's like a whole thing about that.
But see, you know, it's like that's gonna plant the seed for, like, I'm sure there's somebody working on making seawater or salt water like habitable or like drinkable or just like you can use it.
Like it's possible, but
like
what does it do to the ecosystem? You know?
Yeah. So it's just like I'm sure somebody's working on it, but it's just like, damn, this is all
we're technology gets suppressed too.
We're seeing this in our lifetimes.
We're trying to find,
you know what I mean?
The future. Okay, I'll say this: what we have to have, like a fact, what we have to have in everything, as far as what's like what's going to keep us alive and healthy, is we need to go into sustainability. Like what's going to take us and take care of us for the long run. Like everything we're doing right now is going against that. Everything, we don't have any systems in a basic like local to federal to like national level of like sustainable shit in economy, in agriculture, in you know, having gas for your fucking house, electricity. It's all contributing to something, burning the oil of the earth. You know, it's just. So I don't know. It's
also, I mean, like with like deforestation and a lot of stuff. Like we're learning that trees have like a sentience in the fact that like they have.
Octopuses are sentient.
Octopuses are sentient. Dolphins are sentient.
They've been talking shit this whole time.
They've been dude, bro.
You gotta slow that's it. Damn, girl, watch that.
Well, you know, dolphins pass around pufferfish to get high.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Hey, this shit here.
They also got them prehensile fucking sexual assault dicks too.
Hey, bro. I thought she was cool with it, dog.
She said she was a squid before. It's okay. It's all good. But she transitioned to.
Oh no.
She inked.
She inked, so I knew she was a. You know.
I couldn't tell the water was blurry.
I can't tell it was at night.
There's too much oil in the water, baby. I can't tell.
The lights were off in the lagoon.
It's.
I ran into a buoy.
a dolphin with a little can that pierced his fucking blowhole. Yeah.
Can you get this fucking Coke bottle? It's been there since 1980, man. Fucking.
Well, if that was kind of more like the male perspective, if we want to talk femme perspective, like the Age of Aquarius.
Age of Aquarius.
But this is like the transition. This is like people's thinking is changing, and this is kind of what I was saying about like the remnants of the Cold War, because this kind of shit that is being talked about right now was also being talked about in the 1960s, and it got suppressed by the Vietnam War. It got suppressed when Martin Luther King got shot. It got suppressed when, you know, like we went to the moon because it was a distraction. It's like we've already kind of been here before, and now the question is, are we gonna like
be smarter
and move
use
forward?
The tools we have.
History repeats itself.
Maybe people take some mushrooms or psychedelics or something like that. Not saying you have to. I'm not advocating for that, but like the idea of opening your mind and understanding that like we're here for a very short period of time, and in order for us to survive, we have to all like move forward together.
Yes,
this is what I've been realizing because I just turned 30 actually. So happy birthday to me.
Hey.
And this is what I've just been realizing is that people that are growing up, you have to unlearn everything that you were learned.
Yeah,
because it was primarily kind of bullshit for the most part, just to kind of keep you kind of like just barely informed, but like
your perspective was not accurate.
It wasn't accurate, but then like
we are the white savior. We were taught that.
Yeah. Like we're the whatever, but it's like no,
we're Kevin Costner to the world.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, in Waterworld. Yeah,
but it's like we all got blood on our hands. Like,
fuck yeah.
there's everything that you do. Somebody's life was like this camera that we're shooting on right now. That was probably made from fucking a nice little Bangladesh boy that was fucking beat to shit.
So
or
nice.
some shit.
He's
So nice.
And he's
Sun
so
Hill is very
nice.
nice. Thank you, Sun
Yeah.
Hill. But it's like you have to unlearn everything because it's like you can't. There's so much information in front of you that you can't avoid it anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to accept it because it's like, oh, this is the truth or this is not the truth, and it's like it's a big revolution of the mind. And
Everything
it's nuts.
is an area of gray, and I don't want to use a 50 Shades of Grey reference because I think that's a very black and white perspective. But yeah, everything's kind of gray, and it's like there's the bad and the good and the bad.
And also, I think a lot of bullshit.
Yes.
Like, I wanted to share this. Or I was telling Gabe about this earlier. Like, okay, here's a perfect example. All right, we're gonna talk about generational difference. Okay, all right. So earlier, all right, I was giving clothes away. So we're getting rid of like a lot of my mom's clothes. All right, and we had one of my neighbors come over, and she's like in her 60s, like 60 something, very devout religious woman, has always virtue signaled me my whole life. Was even worried about like me being Jewish for my soul. All right, so take that into account. Goes to church, devotes her life to Christ. All right, so. As anyone knows, when someone passes away, people act like vultures on stuff. Like, that's just something that happens. People talk about it, and then in a flip of a switch, and it's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you. When someone it's weird. It's so toxic. She comes over, right? And first thing we do as we're taking it out, she's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. This is so sad. I was like, baby. Oh, shh. Baby girl, just take the dead woman's clothes. I was like, baby girl, baby, you know what this is.
Hakuna Matata, baby.
I said, by the blessing of the Lord, but the blood be he. You know what this is. For she, okay? Take the pretty dress, bitch. But think about this. What does the fucking Bible teach you? Do not take advantage of the person in the deep lows of the fucking like sorrow. I don't read the Bible, but I know somewhere in the Bible it taught you that, right?
I mean, your people wrote the first part of the Bible.
We get the first edition. We got the first edition when we
You guys
cut the
actually
tip
had
of
the
our
first boy
penises.
band too. John, Mark, Luke, and
yeah.
The trifecta of the Cut brothers. No, but think about
The
this, right?
Hebes.
What I'm
The Hebians.
the Hebes and the doo-wop.
the bruise.
But the point I'm trying to make is like, dude, like, and I see this happening all over. People that devout themselves to a thing that they assume makes them a higher virtuous being, and then in the moments that matter, the moments where like they have to show up, you go to fucking church every week to learn stories and teach yourself parables about how to live your life, and then you don't show up in those moments. What is that?
It's hypocrisy.
It's hypocrisy, dog. And everybody does. It's just, I feel like our generation sees so much of that, and like we're gonna be spitting in the faces of the people before us, because like it's just funny.
But then we're also kind of
It's
falling
funny.
into that too. There's a lot of people that are our age that are also very hypocritical
I think
too.
everybody's coming onto this thing of like you have to think for yourself. That's why like even an example, which I've like for the past like 5 years, I've always been like more like, oh, I need to think for myself. I don't want to hear anybody's opinions. Like it's something so simple as like when people talk about a movie. If they're talking about it, I'm like, I don't want to hear about it because I don't want your opinion going into the movie because I'm going to be thinking about your opinion about why you said you didn't like it instead of just enjoying it, which is why, like, again, like totally off topic, but like that's why I hate like Rotten Tomatoes, because I'm like, people use it as almost like I don't want to risk doing something that I may or may not like.
Invest 2 hours in my life.
Like anybody that gives Chipotle,
Matrix still sucked.
anybody that gives the Chipotle 5 stars, I don't want to hear the rest of your opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Like think for yourself. Like don't ask for opinions. Don't not listen to music because this magazine gave it 3 fucking stars or whatever. Like make your own opinion because
also, not everything's dope.
yeah, not everything's
Like
dope.
everyone
Yeah.
says this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the fucking. It's like, well, there's all this other shit too. Like it's okay. Like
Yeah.
it's just that same thing. Have your own independence of thought.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a very big. Like, I mean, people are doing it now. Like, people are realizing, like, people don't want to go back to fucking work, or people don't want to work anymore. They want to do like their own thing now because it's like, oh, you have the power. You have the power of the internet, and it's like this big revolution of like, I don't need to be here for 8 hours to make $90, so that way, like in my check, and I don't have to wait
Have, like,
2
a
weeks.
side hustle.
Yeah, and it's like, why don't I go do like DoorDash or like Uber Eats and like get $100 in 6 hours, and then like do it again the next day, and it's like I have my own free time. But it's like it's this.
The flip-
The
flip side of that
it's gonna
though,
change.
which is also scary, is like our government is becoming more authoritarian, and if that happens, if they take over the economy and go, okay, well, if nobody wants to work, then here's your like universal basic income, which is like at the lowest tier. Nobody can own anything. Everybody rents everything from now on. Nobody can own property anymore. Nobody owns a car. Everything's just public domain. And that is, like I said, a potential change that could happen in our lifetime where it's like where it's like all this land has been getting bought up.
I feel like I don't know. I don't think it would.
At least in cities. I don't know about like middle America and rural America, but like cities are definitely going to be becoming like renters only, or it's only going to be able to like be rent.
That's true. I think it'll depend on city, and it's so weird because obviously America is a country, but it's like it's not even a country because every state is a country, and then every state has cities, and those cities are states. The cities are states, and then in those states, like it's just like it's a different culture for every region. It's like, oh man, it's their own government. It's weird, crazy.
But I don't know. So, maybe we'll live in a time where the U.S. splits up into states. You know, that's also an interesting.
That'd be kind of wild.
It'd be kind of wild, but I mean, I don't not see that potentially happen. I mean, a lot of people think there might be another civil war or whatever. I'm not saying that would necessarily happen, but like, I think everybody's a little too
wound up and has too much fucking time on their hands.
Wound up and also on too many SSRIs. I don't think they can pick up a gun
on their phone too fucking much too.
Yeah.
So
it's
people locked up in their brain.
People are
too busy throwing milk at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and then taking a TikTok and talking about how like that, like a weird POV of like something of like trauma that's not attached to anything, and then they go viral.
Yeah,
literally, trauma is trending always. You know,
remember, guys. Honestly, anything that happens in your life, put a camera behind it because because you can make money off of your trauma.
Especially with children, you should take advantage of children and use them for your followers.
What you should do, honestly, is any moment that you're having fun, make sure you take out your phone and record it.
Yes,
like for the rest of your life, because like that is what it's all about, because you're trying to go viral. You're trying to show the world that like this is fun.
When people are like anti-sex worker, I'm like, bitch, we're all whores.
Yeah, we're all whores. If you learn anything from Lindsay Lohan's mother, Dina Lohan, is that your child is a cash cow. Use it.
In the words of Kris Jenner, take that dick. But
in the words of Kris Jenner of Ray J, can you move to the left a little bit? You imagine if Kris Jenner shot the fucking.
She probably did. Probably did.
She's executive. She's fucking executive producer.
She was the gaffer. She was the fucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's the first AC.
She was the fluffer. She's like blowing Ray J to fucking have a go. That's a mommy daughter combo.
Like, yeah, that's good, Chris. Yeah, that's good. Caitlin, yeah, what's up, man? Can I get you in here? Yeah, the lights. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, well, sure.
Sure.
Oh man.
Sure. Anything you guys want to plug?
I want you to call me the governor. Call me the governor.
Call me the governor in the room.
You just want to plug? We got a couple minutes left.
So we will, be continuing to make content for Boundless Technology,
yes.
a vaporizer company for cannabis.
Yes.
I am using the CFX. It is a dry herb and or concentrate device. It's very chill, very nice.
Chill. I enjoy it. I don't smoke as much as I used to, but I do enjoy their products because it gets you nice and lightly high. You don't have to spend all your put all your weed into a bowl. You get to space it out a little bit, just chill, relax.
Very elevated.
To piggyback off of what Gabe said, I actually don't smoke at all. But the times that I do smoke, it's not this one. It's called the Vexel.
Vexel's great as well.
Fantastic, because I'm such a noob for any herb with an H, herb, that it gets me high, but it doesn't get me crazy high. It gets me safe high, which is good, because if I get crazy high, I start thinking everyone's gonna try to kill me. But this is nice
because they are.
Yeah.
Now,
because you're a little brown boy.
You're a brown boy.
Brown boy.
Gonna put you in a little pot and cook you up.
Gotta go. Oi. Okay.
If one of your sketchy 21-year-old cousins that just turned 21 want to go online and purchase this because they've never experienced what it is to be 21, what should they use and check out?
They should do. First of all, the website is bndlstech.com.
Boundless
Tech. And use the promo code Uncle20.
Capital Uncle
20. Uncle 20. Actually, I think it's all capital. Probably. I think it's all capitals.
You can try it a couple times.
Try it a couple times.
Yeah.
Uncle 20 for 20% off at checkout. And check us out, guys, because we're sponsors, and we're actually going to be making some, like Robert said, we're going to make some content coming out pretty soon.
Some good little clips, little ads.
And again, let's support a company that doesn't use mafia tactics to let their users receive. Because again, I had Stizzy show up at my doorstep again. And this time, I know it sucks. Every time they fucking keep going even harder. They showed up with a box, and I opened it, and there was a dead rose in it, and it said, "This I got nothing. I'm so off.
And just like Ghislaine Maxwell, we're gonna fade into the night.
We will fade.
We will fade into the night. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Know your worth. Know your
your
girth.
girth.
Take care, guys. Stay black. Bye.
Bye.